He is a prominent figure of the Libertarian Party, and Ron Paul has run for president not once, not twice, but 3 times, and getting the bulk of his support from voters 18 to 34 years old. So who is the former Texas congressman supporting this election cycle? It may surprise you to know it's not the Libertarian ticket. Instead, it's Green Party nominee Dr. Jill Stein. The physician and former politician Ron Paul joins me now. Sir, it's good to have you with me.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
So Dr. Stein is polling lower than Gary Johnson in this, never holding office, elected higher than the Lexington, Mass. Town meeting, which is akin to a town council member. For you, what makes her qualified for the highest office in the land?
Well, I think there's a little bit of misinformation there because I haven't endorsed anybody. I haven't told any supporters who are interested for whom they should vote. But I have mentioned her name because I have to look for bits and pieces in all the candidates to come up and try to put it together and have a libertarian message. Liberty is all chopped to pieces. Liberals defend some parts of liberty and the conservatives other parts, and progressives are pretty good too on foreign policy. So in the Congress, I worked with progressives, and we talked a lot about foreign policy and opposition to corporatism and those sorts of things. But then on occasion, Gary will say something good about the economy. Even Donald Trump, I found him talking critically of the bubble that the Federal Reserve created. But all those things, if you put them together, you come up with a libertarian message. That's my goal. So I haven't literally endorsed anybody.
So has anyone reached out to you from Jill Stein? You've given her compliments and tried to alert people to her in terms of what they should be looking for. So who's reached out to you to gain that real lock-in of an endorsement?
Well, I have, in a way, made the statement that, people, if they're unhappy with the 2 major candidates, and I think that's the case for a lot of people. That's the majority of the people that are unhappy. And I said that if the independents who don't know what to do and who should they pick, I say if you tend to lead toward progressivism and liberalism and you, are interested in expressing yourself, you can vote for the Green Party, because certainly you could say, well, I like a lot of what she says about civil liberties, and I like what she says about foreign policy. She's probably a bit best on foreign policy at the moment. But on Gary Johnson, he doesn't come across with a crisp libertarian message. But if you want to express yourself by I'm voting for the non-aggression principle, the principle that creates the libertarian message, and that is nobody can commit aggression. Right. Individuals can't, nor government. So you can express yourself, but unfortunately, there's not a crisp answer to say, this individual represents liberty. If you vote for this person, you'll be voting for liberty and truly expressing yourself. So, sir,
when it comes to Gary Johnson and your point about foreign policy, he had a major moment here, the Aleppo moment with Mike Barnicle on Morning Joe, the hardball moment with Chris Matthews, where he couldn't name a foreign leader that he admired that was living or dead, and William Weld had to kind of help him out and be the savior in that moment. Do you think that those are disqualifying moments for Gary Johnson and William Weld, especially when it comes to what the libertarian ticket and the nominee should represent?
No, but it doesn't build, confidence in the individual. But it shouldn't be disqualifying, because you can have snack quizzes. When that is done and a politician's embarrassed, I said I'd like to ask the interviewers some snap questions like, who's the president, the current president of Switzerland? Tell me about who runs Switzerland, who's the head of state there. Most people don't know, and but no, it shouldn't disqualify you. But it does raise eyebrows and it puts question marks out there.
Well, these weren't like totally weird questions. I mean, Aleppo, it's the site of the most egregious humanitarian crisis on the planet. Asking someone who's your favorite living or dead foreign leader, I mean, you could say Margaret Thatcher, you could say anybody that first comes to mind, but nothing was really there for him. We have William Weld coming up here in a moment. What is your message to him, sir, about the path of the Libertarian Party nominees, and if they're acting as spoilers for the 2 major party candidates?
Well, no, I don't think they're going to be spoilers. I think that when push comes to shove and the election comes up, those people who won't be voting Republican or Democrat are going to be very small. Some people are going to stay home. But others are going to say, I hate Hillary more than I hate Trump. I hate Trump more than I hate Hillary, and that's where all the votes are going to go. But I think if you have an alternative party, another choice, unfortunately in this country there's no true democracy, because even if the Libertarians were doing what I would like, or the progressives progressives in the Green Party deserve to be on. We're squeezed out. The monopoly has it. The debates are controlled by Republicans and Democrats, and they control the legislatures, and we can't get on balance. So we do identify, or libertarians identify, with the blackballing, so to speak, of the Green Party, because it's very difficult to get your message out and to get into the debates. And I'm just so annoyed that the process in the last several years, because of the Democrats and Republicans, they say, well, we have to spread American exceptionalism. We have to go over and occupy countries and rebuild their nations, have nation building, and we're going to teach you how to have American-type election.
Right.
Well, they might get election, and they elect the wrong guy, and the CIA failed. They didn't get their guy in. Then they go in and get rid of that guy.
It's not the westernized democracy that people here in certain political positions would hope for. But former Congressman Ron Paul, I have to go. Thank you so much.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.